So sitting on your seat, but sitting as tall as you can. So trying to focus on maybe sitting towards the front of the chair, making sure you've got enough support, feeling the feet down into the ground and the sit bones down into the chair. And from those points of contact, those points of stability, then allowing your spine to organize itself in its most upright form, but without gripping or holding or clutching, and resting the hands wherever is comfortable. Closing your eyes or gazing gently downward as you prefer. Take this moment to step away from the rest of your day, to step into your yoga space. Leave behind the things to do, the things forgotten, the things to plan. And just devote this next hour to focusing on yourself, your body, your feelings, your sensations, your breath. Indulge yourself. Notice, before we begin, how your body is feeling right now. Notice if there are any really vocal parts of the body that are making themselves known because they're feeling a bit achy or a bit stiff or a bit stuck. Try and notice also at least one part of the body that is quiet because it's peaceful and at ease. Notice the breath that you're breathing right now, and without changing the breath, just become aware of what part of your body moves first as you breathe in. There's no right or wrong answer to that question. It's just a personal investigation. And then we'll gently deepen the breath. So as you finish your next exhalation, gently drawing your abdominal muscles inwards to ease that out breath out a little bit more. And then breathing deeply into the sides of the body, the back and the chest. As you breathe out, just breathe out a bit more fully than normal, using that gentle engagement of the abdominal muscles, drawing the navel slightly in. And then breathing deeply into the rib cage, the collarbones, the shoulder blades. Breathing out slowly and completely. Keep your breath going in this rhythm. Try to find as you inhale all the spaces that you can draw the breath into. And as you exhale, allow that to be a little bit slower, a little bit more awareness on that exhaled part of the breath and gently engaging the navel at the bottom of the breath. Now see if you can do this deep breathing and relax your face and your jaw and your shoulders and your tongue. And if you find your jaw is gripping or your tongue is gripping, just swallowing deeply. This deep breathing primes our body with oxygenation and also with energy for our practice. And at the end of your next exhalation, just gently drawing your chin towards your chest, taking a moment to feel that length down the back of the neck, maybe across the shoulder blades, maybe across the tops of the shoulders as well. And without forcing the chin to the chest, just allowing it to fall where it goes, rolling the right ear towards the right shoulder. And your chin back to your chest and rolling your left ear to your left shoulder. and chin to chest. Your movements can be as small as is necessary to do it without pain or discomfort. Or if this movement doesn't suit you, you can bring your head back to center and just gently turn your chin from side to side a few times in each direction. If you're able to roll, rolling accesses the sides of the neck, that space into the bottom of the ear, into the jaw, and across the shoulders, into the chest, into the upper back. And if you feel comfortable doing it, you can roll the head around in a circle, but take the chin up rather than taking the head backwards. And that means that you'll complete this lovely circle, but without having a safety issue with the back of the neck. Let's go in the opposite direction as well for those who are circling. If you are still making more gentle movements, that's okay. Stick with it. These things become easier over time and with some practice. When you're ready, you can come back to center. If you've had your eyes closed, you can blink them gently open, and we'll just roll the shoulders as we're sitting a few times forwards and backwards. Just beginning to feel the connections between the movement of the head, the neck, the upper back, the shoulders, and the chest. Let's roll the opposite way as well. The whole body is connected, so it's really difficult to do something with just one tiny isolated part. And in yoga, we try to move more holistically together. Okay, resting the arms down to the sides, we're going to come up into standing. So I'm just going to take my blocks and bits and pieces to one side and chair to give myself a little bit of space. You need about the space to the side of you and in front and in back to reach your arms out to the side. And we're going to start with our feet a comfortable distance apart. You can have your toes slightly turned out if you want to. If you're comfortable with them facing forwards, then that might suit you better. Whatever feels best in your hips. And here, just with the hands resting on the hips, bouncing gently on the knees. So we don't really want to do too much of a knee bend. We just want to feel the feet really connect down into the floor because they are the stable base from which we're going to work. So after a few bounces where the feet feel really super connected, really glued to the floor, we're going to bring our arms out at shoulder height-ish. Can be slightly lower, can be in front of the body if you like, but bending at the elbows. So we're going to keep a little softness in the knees, the weight of our hips down into the heels, and the chest lovely and open with these, we call these cactus hands or cactus arms. And then with the palms open, just gently turning the upper body, the upper chest from side to side. You can go as slowly as you like. Really quick isn't going to do anything very much for us. So we want to take the opportunity to feel what's going on in the body, to feel how the body responds to the movement. So if you can, relaxing your jaw and your face, keeping your hips a little centered. You don't need to force that to happen, but the movement coming from higher up the back. Maybe a little stabilizing with your belly muscles and maybe a little gentle engaging through the buttocks as well. And then here we're going to reach with the arms. So we're going to reach one hand across the body and then draw it back, and then reach the other hand across the body and draw it back. And we're going to pivot on our toes as we do that. So you can move a little bit more through the sides of the body and the hips as we go. And some people like to think of pressing the palm across the body, or you can punch if you prefer, particularly if you've got some frustration, that can be nice. And the opposite elbow draws back behind us to open the chest on that side. And we're lengthening away from the toe that is pointing behind us. So a little bit side to side, a little firmness in the belly, a little effort in the buttock muscles. And then we're going to do up diagonally up into the air. So reaching up and again, stretching the opposite foot away from the movement so that we get that diagonal across the body. Gentle side to side. And then we're going to come back to the center just on your next move. And then from the center, we're going to reach down, so diagonally down. A little forward fold, perhaps just a little twist through the upper back as we go. And still stepping out side to side. Let's do one more to each side here. And then come back to the center. And we'll do one more to each side here. And then we're going to let the arms relax a little bit and keep this gentle twisting sway, but let the arms really release, the shoulders relax, the elbows, the fingers are soft, the head can follow the movement. And then when you're ready, you can bring your feet to steadiness and just let your body lose its momentum a little at a time until you're back to standing steady. When you come back to standing steady, take a moment to feel again that firm connection with the feet, that lift through the spine, and notice the effect of your practice. So perhaps you feel the sensation of vibration in the body, or a little warmth, or a little tingling, perhaps one of these. Who knows? And then from here, we're going to take the fingertips towards the shoulders. If you can touch your shoulders, that's great. If not, touch somewhere on your chest, or just reach your fingers in the direction of, and then making elbow circles. So focusing on the movement that the elbow is making, or the pattern that the elbow is making. And your circles can be as small as you like. And sometimes we get a bit of clunking in the shoulders. So if you feel something very heavy clunking, try not to press through that. Try to work around it if you can. As you go, you might want to increase the diameter of your circle so that you're making a little fuller movement with the shoulder joint. You can draw the elbows towards each other in front and the shoulder blades towards each other behind. And I've found myself bobbing on my knees. So if you feel inclined to bob on your knees, you can do that too. We'll do one more in this direction. And then going the opposite way, starting small. Starting small so that we can explore how it feels. So this direction on my left shoulder doesn't feel quite as comfortable as it did in the opposite direction. Just notice that. So you can work with compassion in your body through our practice. And then you can increase the diameter of your circles. If you're inclined, you can do a little bobbing on your knees, and you can allow your head to move anywhere it feels comfortable for your neck to do. Let's do one more in this direction. And then just relaxing the arms down to the side again. Making any movements that feel good. Sometimes it's nice to give ourselves a little bit of a shimmer afterwards. And we're going to take the hands to the hips anyway to do a little bit of hip rotation. So for hands to the hips, for hip rotations, we want the feet to be nice and wide. If you have hips that are sometimes a little bit sensitive, a narrower gait may suit you better. Softness in the knees, and you can turn out the toes a little bit if that feels good. Hands onto the hips or in that general direction, and then just moving your navel around the center line of your body, or your hips around the center line of your body if you like. And here you can feel the movement of the torso if you want to. So if it doesn't feel unbalancing to wiggle around with your upper body as well, then you can do that. And if you prefer, you can keep the upper body quite still and just make the movement in the lower part of the torso and the upper part of the legs. Whichever of these feels best to you. You can do a bit of both if you'd like to. That's ideal. In yoga, we like to explore every avenue. And when you're ready, you can reverse the motion. Reverse the rotation. A touch of firmness across the belly muscles here. You'll feel your buttocks engaging just as you bring the hips forward, which is quite normal. And remember, you can do those more subtle circles that don't include the upper body if that suits you. You don't have to, of course. Very good. It feels like we've been doing this for a long time. Let's just do one more. We'll come back to the center, relax the arms down to the sides. And I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see, but if from the same stance, we're going to reach the hands forward and bring the palms together in front of the body. And here, a little softness in the knees. I say that a lot. And the reason is because when we bend our knees, we don't lock them as straight. When we've got them just a little bit bent, it encourages the action of the buttocks and the thigh muscles and the belly muscles and the back muscles to support our posture. And it's better to have active muscles than to rest into our joints, which is not very healthy longer term. So with a little softness in the knees and the hands reached out in front of you, palms together, we're going to inhale in this position. And then as you exhale, reach the fingers away from you, tuck your chin towards your chest, tuck your bottom under, tailbone under, and then as you inhale, draw your elbows back, opening your chest, maybe even looking up, sticking your bottom out a little bit like a duck. Exhaling, reaching the palms towards each other, chin to chest, tucking the tailbone under, and inhaling, drawing the elbows back. You can even draw the arms behind the body, turn the palms up if you like. Exhaling, palms together in front, chin to chest, tucking the tailbone under. Inhaling, drawing the elbows back, and if you'd like to, reaching the hands down, looking up, sticking your tailbone in. Exhaling. And inhaling. As you exhale, we're closing down the front of the body. We're creating length in the back of the body. But as we inhale, we're opening the chest, breathing into that big space we've made. Let's do one more. Exhaling. And inhaling. And then very gently just bringing your spine to neutral, relaxing the arms down to the side, giving the shoulders a little bit of a wobble. You can wiggle anything that needs wiggling as well. So if you find you're gripping in your jaw a little bit, which we often do as we learn a new move, because we're concentrating, then just open your mouth, give your bottom jaw a bit of a wiggle, and then swallow deeply, and it should hopefully relax everything that's going on there. Fantastic stuff. Okay, so we've been working with a little qigong for the springtime, and we're going to do that again today. So this can be done sitting down for anyone who is tiring of the stance where we've got the knees a little soft, or you can do it standing if you prefer. So I'm going to demonstrate it standing anyway. So feet are a comfortable distance apart, maybe a little wider than your body, maybe toes slightly turned out, a little softness in the knees and that weight of the body in the heels so that you're not tipped forward from your hips, but sitting back into your heels. We're going to bring our hands into soft fists, turning the fingers up and drawing the hands back to the sides of the body, just around the bra, the bottom of the bra, or sort of bottom of the rib cage, elbows nice and firmly behind us. And then here, we're going to reach the hands forward and rotate through the arms. So as we reach the arms all the way forward, the fingers are down. And as we draw the hands back, we'll rotate through the arms and bring the fists to the side. Fingers are up, elbows are tucked behind us nicely. So we're going to exhale as we reach the hands forward and rotate through the arms, and inhale as we draw back. Exhaling as we rotate forwards, and inhale as we come back. So this is the action, and we're going to do it a little bit quicker with a forceful exhalation, and we're going to punch the living daylights out of everything that is frustrating us, that has been on our minds, that has been causing us distress, any weight on your shoulders, any expectations from yourself or other people, any conflicts within your family, and anything at all, something from the past that's just been weighing on your mind, anything. It could be just lockdown frustrations. So we're going to use our punching to get rid of that. Elbows tight to the body, take a deep breath in here and punch it away. Deep breath in, coming back, and punch away. Deep breath in, punching. Deep breath in and punching. Okay, let's just take a rest as we breathe in. So the other aspect of this particular practice is the stare with our eyes. So we've got to stare down whatever we're punching in our imaginations or just in our sensations. So really open your eyes to look at it as you punch. And that exhalation can just be a ha or a anything that feels good, out through the mouth though. Let's do 5 more. So we're breathing in here, elbows tucked in, fingers are facing upwards, and punch away. Breathing in. 3 more, breathing in. Breathing in. And last one, breathing in. Good. Bring the hands back towards the body, turn the palms so that they are facing downwards, fingertips facing towards each other, and just press the energy that's in our aura towards the floor. So we're grounding after sort of stirring everything up. And you can lengthen your legs and give your legs a little bit of a shake out to either side. Fantastic stuff. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of side bending, which helps us to get energy moving down the sides of the body. At this time of year, it's fantastic. So the feet a little bit closer together, perhaps, maybe just outside hip width apart. And we're going to reach the arms wide. And then to go to one side, what we're going to do is shift weight onto the left foot, come onto the ball of the right foot, reach the left arm over to the right side. And then shift back to the center, both heels on the floor. Shift weight to the right side, come onto the ball of the left foot and bend to the left. And coming back to center. So you lift the heel of the foot that you're bending towards as you gently go from side to side. Lifting the heel of the left foot, bending to the left, the hips go to the right, back to the center. Lifting the ball of heel, of the right foot, bending to the right and back to the center. Lifting the heel of the left foot, bending to the left and back to center. And if you want to, you can inhale, exhale as you lift the heel and bend to the right. Inhale back to the center and exhale to the opposite side. So if you're keen to work with your breath, inhaling in the center, exhaling as you side bend, inhaling in the center and exhaling as you side bend. If you want to add another element, you can softly bend both knees in the center, which adds a little softness to the transition, a little firmness in the belly muscles, going at your own rhythm of breath. And just when we thought we couldn't do any more, we'll do 1 more to each side. And then coming back to the center, again, bringing the palms of the hands to face downwards, just in front of the chest or the face, and pressing the energy to the floor. And it doesn't matter if you don't feel the energy or if you don't believe in the energy, because it works regardless. Okay, fantastic stuff. So give yourself a little bit of a wriggle. We're going to use our chairs to do a posture called downward facing dog. And so this is a really nice way to stretch and align everything that's happening in the back of the body. And we're going to do it by resting our hands onto the back of the chair and walking our feet away. So we don't want to be too far away, a little forward bend here. Scoop the belly muscles in, Bend the knees and let your tailbone drift away behind you so that you come to almost parallel with the floor. If your head will naturally fall between your upper arms, allow it to be held there. If it's above, it doesn't matter, but try not to let it hang below. And here we've got the knees nice and soft. And all we're going to do today is just gently sway the tailbone from side to side on this round. Little tailbone action, like we were slowly wagging our tails. And then coming back to the center, look towards your seat, press into the hands on the back of the chair and walk your feet in and hold your chair for as long as you need to so that you lose that sense of dizziness. Not everybody is dizzy when they stand upright, but if you are, then holding onto that chair. Okay, so we're actually going to sit down on our chairs. I pushed it to one side, I don't know why. Sit down on our chairs for a little bit of horse stance or goddess squat. So you can, of course, do this standing, but tonight we're going to do it sitting, which is lovely. So in your chair, sitting towards the edge of your seat, allowing your knees to be as wide as feels comfortable for you, with the toes turned outwards, so that there's this sense of openness in the center of the body, and particularly in the groin area, which is often held closed, but we're going to expand ourselves in a way of growth. Fantastic stuff. Okay, so we're going to start here with the arms nice and wide, lifting in the belly muscles, and we're going to bend over to the right side, just a gentle bend, and then come back to the center, and then we're going to take the left knee and reach it towards the right, the left elbow towards the right knee, and then back to the center. So you don't want to lean very far forward, and if you feel like you're unstable, come back on your seat a little bit more, and then the arms start on the other side. So we're reaching over to the left, gentle side bend, back to the center, and then taking the right elbow to the left knee. So you may fold as you twist, and back to the center. So reaching over to the right, back to center, and then take the little finger and let that lead the movement, elbow to right knee, and back to center. Reaching the right arm over to the left, and back to our center. And then let the little finger of the right hand lead the movement, elbow to left knee, and back to center. Let's do one more to each side. Reaching over and return, and little finger leads elbow, left to right, and return. Reaching over to the opposite side, firm in your feet, firm in your belly, and return. The little finger leads the movement. And then back to the center. And here in the center, again, bringing the palms of the hands to face downwards. We're just going to gently press the energy down and rest our hands on our thighs for a moment. Now, if you are not used to sitting with your knees like this, you may like the opportunity to close the legs a little bit closer together. That's absolutely fine. Go for it if you'd like to. We're going to spend just a couple of deep breaths and then move into our next exercise or our next practice. And so our next practice, I will demonstrate while you're breathing. I hope you're breathing anyway, this is good. So our next exercise, we're going to start with the fists in the same way as we did in our standing stance at the beginning of our Qigong. So the palms are turned upwards, the fingers curled into fists, elbows coming close to the body and behind the body. And then we're going to rotate through the arms as we reach the hands up over the head, and we're going to extend through the fingers as well. So we bring the backs of the hands towards each other, and then we rotate through the arms and draw the fists, fingers are upwards, back to the sides of the body. So in this practice, we want the spine to be lengthened, the feet to be really in contact with the floor, a little firmness in the belly muscles as well. Let's do it all together. So we're reaching the arms up, we rotate through the hands, extend through the fingers, backs of the hands come towards each other. And then we rotate through the arms and draw the fists back to that space just either side of the rib cage. Reaching up, rotating through the arms, backs of the hands turn towards each other, extend the fingers, and rotate through the arms, bring the fists back to the rib cage. Let's inhale up and exhale down, opposite breath from our previous practice. Inhale up and exhale down. Lovely rotations. Excellent, girls. Inhale up. You can even look up and exhale down. And we'll do 2 more. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Last one. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And here again, just taking the palms of the hands down the center of the body in front, resting the hands onto the knees. We're going to step our feet a little bit closer towards each other. If you want to here, you can actually have your knees touching or your thighs touching your ankles or your big toes. Big toes is a very good energetic touch for yoga. Whatever feels contained to you. And then we're going to do some gentle twisting in this position. So lifting in the belly muscles, sitting very tall, reaching the arms just away from the body. We're going to turn to the left first by reaching the right hand across the body to the left side of the thigh and reaching the left hand behind us. It can touch the chair back, the seat, or perhaps even just reach to your body. And then roll the shoulder blades down a little. So we want the shoulders to open the chest in that motion. Lift into the crown of the head and then gently turn your head as much as feels comfortable to your left side. And once your head is in place, turn your eyes to the left as much as feels comfortable too. Make the eyes big. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then soften the gaze, turn the head to the center. Release your hands, unwind your spine a little bit to the opposite side and back to center again. Very good. Okay, we'll do the same thing to the other side. So opening the arms a little bit away from the body. Feel that lift through the center. Reach your left arm across to your right thigh, right hand behind you, chair seat or chair back or body. Roll the shoulder blades towards each other to open the chest, lengthen through the crown of the head. Turn yourself to the right as much as feels comfortable, then turn your head to the right as much as feels naturally good to you. Once your head gets there, turn your eyes to the right. Open the eyes nice and wide for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then turning the head back to center, softening the gaze, releasing the hands, unwinding the spine, turning a little to the opposite side and back to the center again. Very good. Okay, so we're going to take the knees wide again. You knew it was coming. For a little seated side bending action. So here, we want the same upright spine and we're going to reach the arms wide and they don't have to be directly over the head. They could be in front of the body. Imagine you're holding a very big light beach ball. And so we want the shoulders to be able to soften away from the ears to create openness in the chest. So engage the shoulder blades towards each other on the back, lift in your belly muscles. And then inhale here in the center. And as you exhale, press into the left foot and bend to the right side. Inhale back to the center, firm in the belly. Press into the right foot and bend to the left side. Inhaling up and exhale, left foot down, releasing over to the right. Inhaling back to center. Press the right foot down and exhaling over to the left. 2 more to each side, but this time press the right foot down as you lean to the right. Inhale back to the center. Firm in the belly, press the left foot down as you move to the left. One more time each side, pressing the foot you're moving towards down. Coming back to the center, engaging that left foot to the floor. And then returning to the center, just turning the palms outwards and relaxing the arms down to the side. And when they come down to the side, roll your shoulders if you need to. And then just gently bring your feet back towards each other again. This time we're going to allow the feet to be a little wider, and we're going to sit tall, reach the arms behind us to grab hold of the chair, the back of your chair. So it doesn't matter where you grab hold of the back of your chair. If you can't hold the back of your chair, you can slide the backs of your hands across your back if that feels comfortable to you, or you can simply just reach down in the general direction of behind you. We're going to roll the shoulders down the back to open the chest, and imagine you are that young lady at the prow of a ship, and we're going to lean slightly forward so that we do a little up with the chin, a little open with the chest, lift in the belly muscles, and we feel like we're forging ahead through the ocean waves. For a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Very gently relax the chin back towards the neutral position and the arms down to the side. So we come back into our seated position, and we're going to finish with a forward bend. So for this forward bend, we can have the feet slightly wider, scooping the belly in as we lift. We're going to reach the arms up over the head and then take the hands through center, so palms together. And when they come down, the chin drops to the chest, the hands slide down the fronts of the thighs and the legs towards the floor, and we fold forward with our bodies. So allowing your body to rest wherever it gets to, it doesn't matter how far forward it is, just lift your belly muscles, so engage your belly muscles. Try drawing your navel towards your spine just a touch, maybe even lifting your pelvic floor. And notice if that means you get a little bit of extra space to do your forward bend. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. To come up, we're going to press the feet firmly down, tuck the chin towards the chest, and just roll up nice and slowly. The hands can come back up the legs until you're back to sitting upright. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Allow everything to settle. So we end up with some blood in the head. We just want it to trickle back down the way. That's all good. It's very good for the complexion, apparently. I can't pretend to be an advert for that, but perhaps you have noticed yourself. So we're going to do a little bit more forward bending before we finish this active part of our practice. So this time we're going to rest the hands onto the knees or the thighs, whichever feels stable for you, and draw the body forward. So we're leaning slightly forward, but we want to roll our shoulder blades down a little bit. Lengthen through the back of the neck, and then just sway the body from side to side. Scoop your belly muscles in, just a touch. Doesn't need to be really, really firm. Just a little support there. And see if you can feel a bit of releasing happening in the back of the body. So here, what we're doing is like self-massage. So we're moving the different layers of muscles over each other, the fascia, and over the joints as well. And sometimes that has the effect of just releasing, relaxing, opening, creating space where perhaps there was none before. Coming back to the center, and we're gently pressing through the hands to come upright. And we'll do our full forward bend again and see if we can feel the difference. So breathing in as we take the arms up, bringing the palms together, and then gently bringing the hands down. The chin comes forward, we scoop the belly in, the hands come to the thighs, we slide the hands down towards the feet, folding forward into this deeper forward bend. And just notice if that feels a bit more comfortable.
Scoop the belly muscles in a touch. Maybe gently turn the nose from side to side to relax the neck. Maybe gently nod the head as if you were saying yes, only if it feels good. And then to come up, again, engaging the belly muscles, pressing the feet firmly into the ground, rolling up, keeping the chin towards the chest, just draping the arms, letting them come up the legs. As you come to sitting, if it feels like there's some blood got to get to different places and you feel a bit dizzy, just stick with it. But if you want to, you can finish by breathing in, reaching the arms up, looking up, and then drawing the hands down to the center of the chest. Very good. Relax your arms. And so this is the conclusion of the active part of our class today. We're going to sit for the remainder of the class, but we're going to sit a bit more comfortably. So if your knees are below your hips, it's useful to have something underneath so that your pelvis can relax in your seated position. So I use a block underneath my feet. A sturdy book would be just as good, or a cushion perhaps underneath each foot. And as we're doing our winding down phase, you may also quite like to have a blanket ready for relaxation, or something to keep you nice and cozy and toasty. It might be that, let me just kick that out of the way. It might be that you just need a jumper and a pair of socks. And so I'm going to wrap myself up because it's been a lovely, lusciously warm day and I've forgotten to bring my jumper with me. So now I know I'm going to cool down. I'm going to make use of this cozy blanket. So as you get yourself comfortable for the relaxation part or the winding down part of our class, you don't need to stay in your chair. If you want to recline on a sofa, or if you want to lie down on the floor, if getting up from the floor is no problem, or lie in bed, these are ideal things to do. And if you're watching on the video, of course, you can move your screen wherever you like. Nobody knows but you. Settle yourself back into your seat so that your body can relax into the chair back behind you. And rest your hands wherever feels comfortable. We're going to do our yoga exercises for the eyes before we close them for relaxation. So in these yoga exercises for the eyes, we want to move the eyes themselves without moving the head if possible. Begin with your eyes closed. In a moment, I'll ask you to open your eyes and you're going to look up as far as you can and then down as far as you can, following the directions before closing the eyes again. Okay? So when you're ready, opening your eyes, looking all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and close your eyes. Remember, try not to move your head as you move your eyes. This time we're going to look from side to side. So open your eyes and look all the way to the right, to the left, as far as you can right, as far as you can left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, and close your eyes. Relax your eyes, but notice the feeling around the eyes, the sensation of having used the eyes in this way. We're going to go diagonally now, up on the right and down on the left. So opening your eyes, looking up, right, down, left, 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 and close your eyes. When you close your eyes, let your forehead and jaw soften as well. This time we're going the other side, so up on the left and down on the right. Open your eyes, look up at the left, down at the right, up left, down 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 right, and close your eyes. Taking a moment to soften the features of the face. And then we will imagine a clock face in front of us. 12 is as far up as you can look, 6 as far down. It doesn't matter which direction your numbers go in, just follow along. Open your eyes, look up to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12, and close your eyes. One more time in the opposite direction. Open your eyes, look up to 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12, 9, 6, 3, and close your eyes. Allowing the eyes to remain closed now for relaxation. We'll just take a few gentle, deep breaths and breathe out through our mouths. So taking a long, deep breath in and sigh out. We're going to repeat that 3 times. A long, deep breath in, let all of the effort of your practice go. Take a long, deep breath in, allow your muscles to begin to relax. And then one more long, deep breath in, surrendering your weight down into the floor and your chair. Allow your breath to fall into its natural rhythm and fall away into silence. Take your awareness into your forehead. Feel it soften. Feel the area between the eyebrows spreading. The area around the eyes relaxing. The mouth, tongue, and jaw releasing. Take your awareness into the back of your body and become aware of all of the parts of the back of your body in contact with the floor or the chair, perhaps the shoulder blades, the low back, buttocks, backs of the thighs, the soles of the feet. Experience the sensation of contact between your body and support. Become aware of all of the parts of the back of the body that are not in contact with the chair or the floor. The back of the head and neck, the backs of the arms, the knees, calves, Achilles. Experience the sensation of space between your body and support. Allow the whole of the back of the body to feel heavy, warm, and releasing down. Move your awareness to the front of your body. Become aware of the space over you and around you. Feel the touch of air on your face. Feel the movement of your clothes on your skin as you breathe. Feel the weight and the warmth of your hands against your legs. Move your awareness to your breathing and gently deepen your breath, finding a long, deep rhythm in and a long, slow exhalation out. Breathing in light, harmony, vitality. Breathing out tension, fatigue, discomfort. Breathing in light, harmony, vitality. Breathing out tension, fatigue, and discomfort. Allow your breath to fall in this rhythm for the remainder of relaxation, softening a little deeper with every exhalation. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back to your hands and your fingers, wiggling your fingers and toes. Hands and your fingers, your hands and your feet, wiggling your fingers and toes. If you want to, you can roll your wrists and roll your ankles just as you're sitting, getting a bit more movement into those extremities. In your own time, you can take a deep breath in, stretch the body in any way that feels good. Try a little pandiculation. That's the rippling stretch like you see a cat do or a dog. Stretching anything that feels good. And then with the eyes still gently closed, bringing the palms together and rubbing them vigorously, pressing them hard, rubbing them fast. When they begin to get a little warmer, pressing them a little further, rubbing a little faster. And then warm palms resting over your eyes.
So your eyes are closed. The palms themselves don't touch the eyelids, but the warmth presses perhaps around the outsides of the eyes, releases any tension from that area. Blinking into your palms a few times, releasing your hands down when you're ready to open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you feel awesome over the weekend to come, and I'll see you again.